friends, and welcome to the next video. In this video we are talking again about combining choreographies, flowing choreographies to decipher phrasing on the kit. Okay, as you know, the rebound stroke is a huge part of the choreographies that we're studying here. And if you don't have the rebound stroke together yet, go back and watch the other videos. There's lots of information here on the site for free. And you can check out the whole series of each rudiment that we're studying one at a time. Now, that said, when you approach phrasing on the kit and use the rebound stroke, as I said many times, it gives you access to certain vocabulary that you wouldn't have if you're sticking everything or using finger control only, okay? I've seen many young guys using only finger control, and well, it's very limiting and it doesn't sound great either. So, this next combination that I'm going to give you is, first of all, very nice for fill ideas, but it's commonly used in Latin, in Afro-Cuban timbal soloing, and when we add one variation to it, okay? So this is basically the phrase. You all know the 6-stroke roll, right? If you've been watching the rebound stroke series, you know that there's 4 movements in the 6-stroke roll. Okay, so now what we're going to do is add 2 more singles after the accents of the 6-stroke roll. Okay, so it's going to be this. Okay, now, why do you have to go through that step? Because it's important to combine the choreographies in this case. It's going to allow you to play in constant release. When you do this or you're sticking, you're in constant tension, okay? When you stick like this, you're not allowing the rebound or the drum to function with you. You're telling. I say, do this. But the drum just sits there like this. It doesn't help you at all. Right, it's just sitting there, right? But when you flow, with choreography and use the rebound stroke, then the drum, you and the drum are working together along with the other elements that we've talked about already. Downward pressure, gravity, the weight of the stick, and of course the rebound off the surface. Okay, very important to keep all that in mind when you're playing. Now, just to take a step back, I want to remind you the reason we're doing this, number one reason, is to keep your hands healthy and avoid injury. And I've said it many times. I've seen all these drummers across the world and have a big problem with holding on the back of the stick like this and not allowing the natural way to play to come out, right? And you end up with horrible injuries, okay? So it's very important to keep that in mind. All right. Now, when you're doing this combination, this first combination, this is what you're gonna do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2. I want you to think of 6 motions, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. When you're doing the 6-stroke part, I don't want you to think of the doubles as separate movements. It has to be one movement, okay? And as you know, you lift after the second note in the diddle. Okay? Now, the faster you go, the slower, the more compact the movements are going to be, okay? So let's just speed that up a little so you can see. All right? So as you can see, the whole choreography changes the faster you go. The reason you have to do this at a slow tempo is so that the notes can fit. If you do this at a slow tempo, it's not going to work, right? Instead, you need to flow the motion. That's what happens. You and start pushing the stick down and stuff like that. That's no good. So when you want to go faster, now the choreography changes a little bit. And how does it change? It changes into a 4-stroke rough, amazingly. Okay, now the 4-stroke rough is something we haven't talked about. But the 4-stroke rough, what you do at first to loosen your hands, to loosen your grip, is kind of what you do with the paradiddle. You drop it in one motion. Okay, remember paradiddle, drop in one motion? Okay, that's an exercise to loosen up your hands and to get you in touch with the rebound stroke with that combination. All right, so the 4-stroke rough, I'm dropping in one motion. What it does is it helps you to know how much pressure you have to put on the sticks in your grip, okay? If you're holding on with your back fingers, it's never gonna happen, right? Just doesn't bounce, okay? I see so many guys, you know, talking about, man, I don't know what to tell you. Just, you know, please be aware that it's very important to learn correctly, okay? Now, as you can see, I'm using all rebound stroke there with a 4-stroke rough. As you decrease the downward pressure, the more open the 4-stroke rough is. As you increase the downward pressure, the faster the stroke is. And as you can see, I'm not doing this, okay? I'm using the rebound as much as possible. It's a good thing to alternate it if you can also. Just real easy like that. So when you go faster, you're not sticking everything. All right. Now, in order to produce the 4 notes that we're talking about, that's the feeling you're going to have to be in constant release. And you can see on the pad that it sounds really different than if you were sticking everything. Now, to add that last note that we need for that Latin phrase, you just do one extra single stroke roll. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 singles. And you're starting it all the time with your right hand. Okay, that's the feeling that you want. Okay, so when you do the final phrase that we're looking for, you have to swing the notes, okay? You have to swing all that stuff. You might have heard this phrase. I do it a lot because I love it so much. And when you put it in time, it sounds amazing because it goes over the bar line, okay? So let's put it in time to see what it sounds like. 1, 2, ready, go. It's a very beautiful phrase, and I'm sure you're going to get a lot of use out of it, especially if you play Afro-Cuban type of stuff, African type of stuff. It's just beautiful. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I hope you enjoyed that. Remember, the lesson site is waiting for you if you want to study with me. We have hand consultations going. We have the Elite program going. You can check it out all here on the YouTube channel. If you want more information, just write me. And I'm going to be in Europe very soon. So stay tuned for all the adventures coming from Europe. All right, folks. Thanks for watching. Peace out.